Okay, hello, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anybody who happens to stumble across my videos. This is Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only, coming at you live again with another suggestion art video. And already my little brother's in the chat. He's saying "Sko, Sko," and Rudy Hashino has popped in. Hello, little brother, Rudy Hashino. And update on the information or stuff that I was talking about in the previous video yesterday. I got to talk to my mom while my family was on the road, while they were driving her up to Salt Lake for her eventual surgery tomorrow. And she sounded like she was doing okay. Like she didn't sound like she was in a lot of pain, but of course she was like being she was medicated, and not with heavy medication, so she wasn't like just loopy or out of it or just knocked out, but she seemed to be in fairly good spirits. And I guess she had several surgeries lined up for her things that are just, she's having issues with some of her joints, her back, I believe her shoulder, and then her hip. But I guess her hip started acting up, as I explained in the previous video. And with her hip having these issues, they decided to just bump up that schedule. So first, I think it was supposed to be her shoulder, her spine, and then her hip. But then with recent current situations, they had to just go ahead and just schedule the hip surgery like right away. So she sounded all right, and I'm hoping that the trip was good. And there's my baby sister. She says, "Aye, that's good." So I was like expecting another call sometime today. I don't know if they tried to call or not, but I hope. Well, I guess the trip was okay because there's my little brother who drove her over to Salt Lake, and he's saying that he'll tell her right now. He's with her, so okay, cool. So I guess tell mom I says hi, and I'm glad she made it there safely and that she's doing okay. And good luck on that surgery tomorrow. Wishing her all the best. And yeah, there's that. And I also have some more good news. A patron, a recent patron, has donated $250 to my Patreon account, which is awesome. And after this Patreon payment period, he's gonna switch back down to $10 a month. And I just want to express my appreciation for his willingness to do that. And it's just like some of this good news just couldn't come at a better time, and I just feel just friggin' awesome right now. And for the past couple of days, like I've been kind of like running the risk of just slipping back into a depression, but trying to just stay positive and keep my spirits up. And I don't want to slip back into that depression again. Like I just, it's hard digging myself out of a slump, and I'm getting back into drawing, like continuing these commissions, and getting back into going on daily runs, as I expressed before in the previous video. And like each day I'm like being able to like run farther and farther for an extended period of time. And today, like I was almost able to get back to the whole like running 2 miles nonstop, and I'm pretty happy with myself with that. And even though my situation is still slightly stressful with the whole like having to move out of this apartment, and I don't have another apartment to move into just yet, I still feel that something will come up. Like as long as I like keep looking and just keep an ear out and just ask around, like something will eventually pop up that will present itself, an opportunity will come by, and I just have to jump at it. So keeping my spirits up. Got some good news, thankfully, and I'm sure everything will smooth out. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start this art suggestion. And the next suggestion that was on the list was Toriel from Undertale. Just showing you right here. This is the character. And oh gosh, I hope my little brother's not showing this video to my mom right now, because this is going to be somewhat of a racy illustration. And yeah. Anyway, gonna go ahead and gonna grab this image. Like this, I guess the left image. my little brother's like, okay, I took it back. Okay, this left image is the one I'm going for, because I guess it's the canon image, and the one on the right is the edited one. And even though there's not that much difference between them, I want to just stay as canon as possible. So copy, paste it in here, drop the opacity just so I can have it to the side as reference. And I have like somewhat of a idea in mind, pose in mind. So I'm just gonna zoom in here and just start roughing it out. Yeah, that'll do. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to turn this layer off for a little bit. Just keep it there for when I need to refer back to it. Oh no. Mom and Dad were both watching. We're heading back to the hotel. Talk later, bro. Give Mom a call after the stream. She'll expect it. All right. Probably be about an hour and a half, as these streams usually run. So I'll be calling my mom, seeing how she's doing after this stream. Do. Sans the Skeleton. I think that's the first time I've seen that name in this chat. So awesome. Like, welcome to the chat if this is your first time here. That's cool. If it's not your first time here, then I'm sorry if I don't remember you. I was probably drunk at the time. I gotta stop apologizing so much. Like, I feel like I apologize way too often for just so like the most minor or possibly even trivial things. He says, yeah, it is the first time he's been here. Sweet. Glad to have you aboard. Welcome to my art stream, where I draw very sexy things and lewd ladies, but still try to keep it more or less general, or perhaps PG. Try to steer away from the nudity. Can't draw highly explicit sexual nude images on YouTube. That would be a violation. I'm sorry for all the weird voices I'm throwing out here. I'm just feeling like pretty good with all the good news I've gotten lately. Just like more stressors off my back, and I'm looking forward to. Sans the Skeleton is asking, do you know what Undertale is? From what I understand, it's a video game. I don't know on what platform. I am so out of the loop on some of this stuff. And on top of that, I haven't had a chance to really play like any video games as of late. But I've seen like a few like YouTube videos featuring like Undertale images and gameplay. Okay, since this is the pose I pretty much had in mind, she's going to be wearing like a bikini type G-string with the this emblem printed on it, and she's going to have her hand just pretty close to her bathing suit area. And this is pretty much why I didn't want my parents watching right now. Oh man. It's like even though my parents know that I draw like really risque stuff, it's like I don't want to have them watching me drawing this stuff. It's weird. Like I guess it would be kind of like if if a porn actor or something of that nature invited their parents along to like the premiere of their adult movie. I, I imagine that would be pretty uncomfortable. Well, it would be pretty uncomfortable for me. I'm not a porn actor or anything, but I guess you could say that I did somewhat work in the adult industry and sort of still do. I'm just kind of like on the fringes of it, just doing like risque cheesecake or pinup art. It's like just nothing that I want my parents to just kind of watch me do because they're my parents, my mom and my stepdad. It's like my mother all these years had raised me to be this like very wholesome, kind, and gentle individual, and 2 out of 3 isn't bad. I'm kind and gentle, but as far as wholesome goes, like as it turns out, like I am one of the most well, I guess not most, but somewhat well-known adult illustrators in several genres, you could probably say. And she didn't find all this out. Well, my parents didn't find any of this out until like a few years ago. Even my siblings, like nobody knew. I was I was a shadow. I was an enigma. I was a just this pervy artist, just drawing all this raunchy content online. Oh, I should think up like more questions to ask to get to know my fans and supporters. Let's see. do you believe in the paranormal? You know, just like I guess it could be anything. Like do you believe in ghosts or UFOs or even Bigfoot or anything of that nature? Just something that is either on the fringes or just like out of the realm of this reality. Do you believe in the paranormal? Because I'll tell you right now that I do. Like I've had so many personal experiences that just things that just can't be readily explained, and I've tried to, no matter how much logic I try to apply or reasoning, logic and reasoning, like there's no explaining some of the events that I've seen, or yeah, like that, and like events that have taken place to some family members also. Just weird, wild stuff. Oh, I guess I don't have that many watchers on right now to ask those questions. I wonder where everybody's at. Well, I guess I'd better draw like the bikini part of it. Just so it doesn't look like she's actually naked. Maybe that's what's turning some people away. It's like, oh, I don't want to get caught watching this YouTube stream with what appears to be something sexually explicit. Wow, it's like everybody disappeared except for 3 people. Is my art that bad? Did my art scare everybody away? No way. Where'd everybody go? Was I lagging for a while? It's like for a little bit there, like we were gearing up to a pretty decent sized room. Started with about 4 people, it's getting up to 6. I thought it was still climbing, and I look over, it's like, oh shoot, we only have 3. Damn. Everyone gets scared away. Nah, they probably had more important things to do. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they got tired of me talking. Maybe that's it. Do I talk too much? Should I just stick to drawing? Keep your mouth shut, Blackhorse, and just draw. Jeez. Hey there, Skullhead. Skullhead has entered the fray. Oh man, you know what, you guys? I just woke up from a nap, and right now, like, I'm just feeling somewhat groggy. Even though, like, fucking got some pretty good news after I had woken up. Well, I got good news throughout the day, so it was pretty neat. Call from my mom. She's doing okay. Gonna be going surgery tomorrow. And oh, I got to remember to call her after the stream is done. And then got a pretty big contributor recently on Patreon. But once his contribution has been paid out after this month, he's gonna readjust that down to $10. He's gonna be a $10 patron afterwards. But Skullhead's asking how it's going tonight. It's going pretty good. But right now, I'm going to BRB because I'm going to make myself some coffee. I'm going to put some coffee on. Okay, I'm back. Coffee is on the pot. Gonna have some delicious elixir of life here pretty soon. So yeah, things have been going pretty good. Like if you watch this video again, like I go over several of the good things that have happened. Got a call from my mom earlier today, and I'm going to be calling her after this stream is done. But she sounded like she was feeling okay, and she's going to be going into her surgery tomorrow morning. And had a recent contributor, like a recent individual who became a patron on my Patreon site, and he put in $250, and once that comes out, the next Patreon payment period, he's going to readjust that to $10 a month. But that one-time contribution is very much appreciated. So props to that dude. And just keeping myself busy with commissions, and drawing, and like I said, I'm going to try to be more active here on YouTube by doing these artwork suggestion videos where I draw like suggested characters that people can request on my Patreon Discord server. And this was the next one on the list, Toriel from Undertale. What I find strange is that like we looked like we were getting a pretty decent sized uh, watching count going, but then I don't know what happened, but like people started ducking out. I don't know where they went. And is the drawing that I'm doing just is it just too much for them? Mayhaps. I don't know. Do they not want to see me looting this character? Guess the world will never know. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? When I was a kid, I took it upon myself to find out one summer. And I think it was 1,300 and something, or was it 3,100 and something? Oh shoot, I should have written that down. That could have become neat to know information. But yeah, I remember one summer I took it upon myself to find out, and I counted each lick. Now I'm going to have to do it again. So how am I doing on this drawing? Ladies and gentlemen, thoughts, opinions? She needs more clothes. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. No one made that suggestion. No, it's not a cowgirl. It's Toriel from Undertale. Whoa, I got some notifications here. Oh, new subscriber signs a skeleton. Cool. Mm. Oh, okay. Looks like she's got some fangs going on there. Goats don't have fangs, but if that's what the reference calls for. Oh, sounds like my coffee's ready. Whoops. I shall. Wrong layer. I shall BRB again. Imagine being you, I do. I think about the day and nights. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I could call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind. Imagine how. Oh, I forgot my lid. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. Man, it's a slow night tonight, isn't it? Only 3 watchers. Wonder what's going on. Oh, man. Oh, God. Sorry, freaking just extra groggy after that nap. I laid down for for a little bit and I just passed out. And then after I woke up after an hour, usually like my naps usually take an hour, and after I woke up, like I could not drag myself out of bed. It's like each time I tried to sit up, like just another wash of like laziness would envelop my whole body. It's like, oh gosh, I'm not getting up just yet. No, I'm not having it. You can't make me do it. No. And I just laid there for like shoot, another 30 minutes or so. Oh, I guess some more good news for those who have been following along with my videos, like the possible liver issues I was having yesterday. Like for those who are new to the situation, I've been having some like abdominal discomfort for the past several days, and before that, I had issues with just feeling bloated a lot of the time. And for the past few months, like I've only been eating like more or less 1 meal a day, and sometimes within the last few weeks, it wasn't even by choice. Like I would just feel so bloated throughout the day that I could only like feel like I could eat 1 meal. Because sometimes I'd wake up and I'd feel like I had like a huge dinner the previous night and just felt so uncomfortable. And even though I wanted to eat something, like I feel like I just couldn't. And then recently, the past few days, just been feeling this discomfort in my abdominal area on the upper right side, right around the liver. So I started looking up the symptoms like liver issues and gallbladder stuff, and it turns out that I might have been on the verge or possibly right now just developing gallstones, because I guess one of the contributing factors to developing gallstones is just either yo-yo dieting or rapid weight loss. And I do admit that like within the last several months, I did gain about 30 pounds, but then I lost it pretty quickly. And I'm wondering if that could be what was going on with me. But right now, like I'm feeling pretty okay. Like that discomfort is gone because Once I looked up the symptoms and saw that it might be gallstones, I was like, oh boy. I've seen like a couple people in my life go through gallstones, like gallstone attacks and stuff, and it does not look good. I mean, they're like in crippling pain, and it's just agonizing. It looks like, and it's just something that I don't want to experience. So once I got the notion that it might be gallstones, I looked up healthy foods to either um, help with reducing gallstones or preventing gallstones, and I got all those foods. So like sardines, leafy greens, and nuts, and citrus fruits. And so been eating like oranges and grapefruit, and I got like 2 bags of baby spinach, and I've just been like eating that throughout the day, like a bag of chips, you know, just like reaching whole hand in and just grabbing a handful and just like nomming on that. And just every now and then popping open a can of sardines and just eating that with a fork with a few crackers. And today, like I'm feeling pretty okay. There's still like some slight pressure on my upper right abdominal region, but it's not as uncomfortable as it was yesterday. So I'm feeling better about that too. But whatever issue I was having for the past couple of days, it seems to be subsiding now. And I was kind of squeamish, like thinking, like, oh man, is beer okay to drink? Is beer okay for gallstones? I don't know. And as it turns out, after I looked it up, is that beer can help prevent gallstones. So I was like, oh shoot, like, dang, I'm gonna crack open a couple of beers then. And I did, and nothing bad happened, and just left it at that. Like a couple of beers, that's good. All right, cool. So I'm glad I can still have my coffee and drink a couple of beers here and there. Oh, one thing I found out is like coffee is like one of the number one best things you can consume for for your liver, because I guess it promotes like antioxidants and things like that. It's just really good. You should drink some coffee. And those who drink an average about 3 cups of coffee a day, uh, research has shown that people who drink about at least 3 cups of coffee a day, on average, are less prone to have or to develop liver disease. And it also helps to prevent or even counteract cirrhosis. So guess I'll just keep drinking my coffee. Cool. It's key. What time is it? 8:29. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start inking this piece. So, oh wait, forgot to detail this hand over here. Just making sure everything lines up. All right, cool. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. thinking about doing some karaoke tonight. Maybe just going there to sing 3 songs. That's it. Sing 3 songs, have a couple of beers, and come back home. I feel like it's been several weeks since I've done karaoke. I think the last time I went... Was the last time I went the time I lost my glasses? Or was that the time before? I don't know. Either way, it's been a while. Ah, the stream is choppy? Shoot. Well, everything seems to be looking good on this end. I hope it's not too much of an issue. But maybe when I get my new laptop next week, choppy streams, maybe those issues will clear up. Perhaps. Gotta center this logo, this emblem a little more. Oh. Okay, I've already drawn this emblem like a few times for previous commissions, so even though this part is very pixelated in the reference, I remember drawing this with like 5 feathers, these wings on the side. And these triangles. More or less like that. Is the stream doing okay now? It looks good on my end. But how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah! Y'all ready to rock? Ow! I want to rock! I want to rock! I want to rock! Yeah, maybe I should go do karaoke tonight. Kind of got the singing bug in me. Skullhead seems all right so far. Cool. I think bikini top is a little lopsided. Gotta adjust that a little bit more. There's still something off about this top. I think it's because the right breast is getting a lot more coverage than the left breast. Like something about this top just feels lopsided. Maybe I'm just being too nitpicky. Ray Yuji has entered the chat. He says, "Hey, is your commission works pay good enough for you to pay rent and stuff?" Um, Coupled with my Patreon payments, it's just right there. But I need to earn more money here pretty soon because even though like I make enough to pay rent at this apartment is shifting ownership, and the new owners have requested a vacant apartment, most likely because they want it for personal usage. So I got to find a new apartment. But the thing is, with my current situation, I got a low annual income because I'm self-employed, doing commission work and doing this YouTube thing and doing the Patreon thing. All that comes to like a pretty low annual income, and I got a low credit score too on top of that. So if I'm going to apply for a lease, I got to get my credit score back up, and in order to afford like the down payment, like security deposit and application fees, like I got to make um, a grip of money really quick in the next couple of weeks. But for the foreseeable future, I might have to be staying at a Motel 6 for an undetermined amount of time until I can get those things in order. But it would be a lot easier, and I'd be making a lot more money if the feds would just get off my frickin' back and not determine what it is and what it is, or and not determine what I can or can't draw. Unconstitutional douchebags. All of them. Everyone who's involved. Yeah, this is looking pretty smooth. I'm liking it. Okay, I think we can move to the inking phase now. Let me just kind of give the illusion that there's a shadow here, so it looks like she's sitting on something. Sitting on some sort of surface. Okay. Rui Hashino says, guess I ain't doing... Rui Hashino, you're doing a lot. You don't have... You do a lot already. You do enough already. Like you've been supporting me like a great deal, and sometimes I'm worried that I'm gonna like drain your bank account or something. I do have that legitimate fear. It's like I don't want to become like a financial burden to you. It's like the thought of that just scares me sometimes. But Rui Hashino, you do a lot already. You have no idea. Oh, Rui Hashino says someone's got to lend you a helping paw. Well, I thank you so much, and I appreciate you. You just, oh, yeah, I can't, I don't have any words. I'm speechless. You make me speechless, Rui Hashino. You beautiful, magnificent woman, you. Gosh, love you so much. But yeah, you helped me out a lot already. Not like not only financially, but just all the moral support that you give to me on a daily basis is just amazing. And I don't think I can ever thank you enough for that. Okay. Okay, we're going to go into the inking phase now. So I'm going to go ahead and up this image size to 300. Ryuji says, I heard pure NSFW art, like with nudity and all, have a great market. Why don't you do that? It doesn't necessarily have to be lolis. No, the thing is, I'm restricted from drawing any NSFW art. I can't draw any lewds. I can't draw any nudity or porn whatsoever because of the fucking federal government. Dipshits. Stupid federal injustice system. I got to get off that topic. I'm going to start dwelling on it too much. Whoops. Oh, my opacity was down. Rudy Ashino is saying, dang, Alistar's mom really filled out. Hells yeah, she did. Woo! She's thick. Yeah. Ryushina says, Hawk and I have pretty much pushed the boundaries of SFW to the absolute limit. Yes, we have. Oh, man. Christina Petrov has entered the fray. Welcome, Christina Petrov. Move to Canada. We need NSFW lolis. No, they don't. they don't allow NSFW lolies in Canada. It's actually illegal over there. It's like I looked into their their laws, and it's been dictated to me like a few times because I'm I'm a member of Fur Affinity, and their servers are located in Canada, and they're very strict on the whole like non lowly or like esque art. So like their obscenity laws are more strict over there because they actually enforce them, I guess. Well, I guess not enforce them, but they're just really strict on it, especially on their web servers. And Christina Petrov says, "Oh crap, Mexico? I guess like, but I'm not going to abscond my probation and everything. Like, I'd like to fight this thing once I get enough support, get enough people behind me." Run for president, take over the country, change the laws, make them fair to the point where any government authority, government official, lawmaker, judge, prosecutor, um, corrupt attorney, if they're found guilty of violating the Constitution whatsoever, frickin' put them in prison. Or depending on the severity of their offense, have them executed. That's simple. Because the way the laws are now, it's like these government officials, lawmakers, people who work for the federal system, they act with impunity and they brutalize it. They horribly misuse their authority and power. And then when they get called out on it, it's like fucking like, oh, well, here's your half-hearted apology. And that's it. Like fucking a slap on the wrist. That's fucking bullshit. They're free to trample over the Constitution all they want, like a document that should be held sacred in this country, but freaking isn't. I mean, we gotta bump everything back to how it ought to be. It's like we don't uh, we don't tolerate like the violation of our rights from foreign powers, but why do we tolerate it from our own government officials? And it's like fucking something needs to change in that aspect, you know. Anyway, I'm getting too riled up about it. Ryuji is asking, is the prohibition permanent? No, but I have to wait 10 years. So, like, 9 years from now before I can get off this stupid supervision, this overbearing violation of my rights to just fucking express myself artistically. My freedom of expression of art has been stripped from me. My First Amendment rights are no more, you know. And goddamn the judge who signed that order. And goddamn everybody who's facilitated that order and been part of it. May they all burn in hell. Douchebags. All of them. I curse them. Curse them now and forever. To suffer as much as I have suffered. Have everything stripped away from them. Because the way they treat other people like this, it's like it's just a trivial matter to them. It's like they just treat it as a day job. Like, oh, like how many other human rights or other rights of people can we violate today? This whole assembly line of conviction bullshit has got to stop. And it's just like a daily grind for these assholes. It's their job, but then it's like they're just fucking with people's lives. All right, like I gotta change gears here. I'm gonna get too riled up again. Yeah, but a vote for Blackhorse for 2020. Vote Johnston Blackhorse president 2020. If you want a fair government, fair laws, true freedom and liberty with real justice for all, yeah, vote Blackhorse 2020. I'm no corrupt politician, nor am I some greedy um oh shoot, what there was a word I was going for. Oh, and I'm not a greedy pathological lying businessman. Oh, I got a message here. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, I got a new Patreon or patron. Sweet. Um, okay, Ryuji says, "Oh yeah, I heard Andrew Yang will help you out a bunch financially." I don't know who Andrew Yang is, but if he's gonna help me out specifically, I don't know what you're saying. Are you just saying in general, like he'll help people out financially? I don't know. Christina Petrov says, "Now talking about politics, are you libertarian?" I don't identify as anything. It's like if people want to label me a libertarian, I guess that's their prerogative to do so. But I just want to fix the system with all the flaws that it has. And I don't think anyone has ever bothered to suggest any of the things that I want to do. Is like first of all, a lot of the laws on the U.S. Books, the United States Code, just need to be either changed or just freaking taken off the books altogether. Because America is so inundated with laws, it's ridiculous. We're drowning in them. It's gotten to the point where every U.S. citizen is either one of two things. They're either a felon or a potential felon. That's it. There's no in between. And I don't know where the quote comes from, but we're living in that time today. It's like just show me the man and I'll show you the crime, something of that nature. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's something along those lines. Cal Larkin says, "OMG JB, you're live." Yes, I am live. Like yesterday, I was live yesterday. But yeah, like I'd like to change a lot of the laws, or just freaking get rid of them. Get rid of some of these laws altogether, because some of them are just freaking asinine bullshit. So go ahead, legalize weed, decriminalize narcotics, legalize gambling, legalize prostitution, legalize moonshine. What else? Just legalize and decriminalize a whole lot of stuff, because a lot of these laws are just fucking bullshit. And sometimes they're just based on sheer conjecture. Ryuji says Andrew Yang is Democrat and running for president, and he says he's giving out $1,000 for above 18 age. He calls it universal basic income. That'd be sweet. I could go for $1,000 right now. Christina Petrov says USRR anthem starts playing. USRR anthem? I've heard of the USSR, but I don't think I've heard of the USRR. But I guess I'm fairly ignorant of other countries, which I'll have to bone up on if I'm going to become president. Learn about other countries and things of that nature. CCCP. Ah, okay. Oh, I don't know how it's written in English. Oh, okay. I guess over here we call it the USSR. What was it called? What did it mean? The United Soviet State of Russia? Is that what that meant? Oh, I'm so bad at this. I should have paid more attention to geography and history. But I'm a quick study. So when I become president, when I have to, like, I'll learn about all these other countries and policies and just gear up to learn how to do like better either trade deals or improve relations betwixt our countries, so forth and so on. Hell, I'm your man. I can give several good speeches and do what I need to do to enforce policies, meet my promises, or at least come close to them. Compromise when I need to. Negotiate. All that good stuff. Christina Petra says, "Oh yeah, USSR. Yes, cool. We are on the same page then." Better speed up on inking this. My mom's expecting me to call me after the stream is done. Or my mom's expecting me to call her after the stream is done. Hmm. Ah. I love my mom. She's great. Sometimes we talk about me becoming president, and we both agree that I should find all those lawmakers and government officials who are guilty of violating the Constitution and Bill of Rights and have them executed. Oh, my mom's the best. Like, Mom, when I run for president, should I execute all these unconstitutional government workers, judges, and employees? Like, yes, you should. You're great, Mom. Because it is pretty awful what they're doing to the majority of Americans. And they shouldn't get off scot-free for that bullshit. Ryuji is asking, do you actually step out of your comfort zone and draw other things like Gundam? Oh man, I love making Gundam models, but I am crap when it comes to like technical drawings and stuff, like drawing machinery and mechanics. Oh god, it's it's something that I'm not very adept at. I like drawing like um, more like fluid or um, living type objects or creatures. So I like enjoying. I like enjoying. I enjoy drawing like people, characters, and animals. Stuff like mechanics, technical drawings, or backgrounds are things that I struggle at drawing because it's something I've never really quite done. I've always been like more keen on drawing characters and animations because I've always wanted to become an animator, which I sort of am when I can get down to it. Christina Petrov saying, I always wondered about how your family takes your lowly art. They seem pretty chill. I love that. Yeah, like at first, I'm pretty sure it was shocking, but um, after a while, when they came to understand that it was just they were just drawings, and they all know that I wouldn't base my drawings off anybody, and they all know me as an individual, as a someone that they've had in their lives their whole time. They know that I wouldn't take it upon myself to go attack anybody. So they're of the mindset that as long as they're just drawings, like what's the BFD? Like, come on, government, get your head out of your ass. And everyone else who has an issue with it can go suck a corn cob. I try to restrain from swearing as much as possible, but yeah, it's like they understand that I enjoy drawing what I like to draw, and they have no issues with it because they love me unconditionally. But it's not like they're particular fans of my artwork. They wouldn't go out and like view or download any of my works. I think that would be akin to like family members of a porn star just collecting their pornographic works. So well, so yeah, so no, they don't. They're not fans of my work, but they're not against me drawing what it is that I draw. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because they're just drawings. Like nobody's getting hurt. So why should anybody care? That's their opinion on it. Christina Petrov says, thoughts do not equal actions. Yes, exactly. She also goes on to say, wish more people understand that. Yeah, yeah. And oh my God, you should have seen this bitch of a prosecutor who freaking was integral in the part of just violating my probation because of my drawings. She was misconstruing all my drawings as some sort of like intent to do something in the future. It's like, how can you say that? It's like, how can that be allowed to say in court? That's all just sheer conjecture. You can't take a drawing and then like misconstrue it as something intentional to take place in the future. I mean, if you were to say that, then like anyone who's ever produced, directed, or worked on a bank heist movie is like, that would be akin to saying like, oh, they're eventually they're gonna attempt to rob a bank. I mean, that's just fucking asinine and stupid. I gotta stop swearing so much. But yeah, this bitch of a prosecutor, freaking, what was her name? Um, Shoot, she was a Indian American, and that was like fucking the stupid ironic part of it too. I'm an American Indian, you know, like Native American, and we're also labeled American Indians, being prosecuted by an Indian American who sent me to prison over a matter of my own drawings. And it's like, fucking go back to India, you freaking stupid bitch. Ah, he sounded so racist right there, Blackhorse. Sounded so racist. Well, in that instance, I don't really care because she violated my constitutional rights by sending me to prison over drawings. Gee, she should just have her legal license revoked based on those grounds alone. Elham Rouhani, I think was her name. Cal Larkin saying, wow. Sad face. Why the long face, Cal? Kristen Petrov says, and they do wonder why the U.S. has the biggest prison population in the world. Jesus. Yes, exactly. That's why when I become president, I just want to take all these laws off the books because it's no joke whenever I say that everyone in America, all U.S. citizens, are either a felon or a potential felon. There's no in between. You're one or the other. Yeah, they do make money out of it. It's the whole prison for profit system that started back in the 70s, around the same time that they started this stupid campaign known as the war on drugs. Like the whole thing is a freaking farce. Now I'm getting all worked up over politics again. Oh no. Oh no. So vote for Johnston Blackhorse. President. 2020. Taking America back again. taking America back from the crooked politicians, taking America back from the corrupt lawmakers, taking America back from all the greedy um, people who work in all of these corrupt industries, the prison industry, the medical industry, the war industry. Take it all away from them. And let's bring America back to the land of liberty that it was supposed to be. We can do it, America. Hmm. Oh, there we go. We got 8 watchers again. Like we started off pretty strong, and then like all of a sudden, like everyone just kind of dropped off till we were down to 3 watchers. Like, what happened? Did my too much sexy artwork scare them off? Where'd they all go? Ryuji is asking, "What's your favorite anime and games?" Um, I guess my favorite anime right now would have to be One Punch Man. It's like a toss up between Kill la Kill and One Punch Man. I love me some Kill la Kill due to like all the like fan service in there is like freaking awesome, and the epic animation that takes place in all of the fight scenes, so kick ass. But One Punch Man is just so freaking hilarious. I love it. I'm looking forward to the next season, but it's kind of irksome that the next season isn't being animated by the same company. But as long as they can still bring the funny, you know, I might be down. But I'm just afraid of the loss of quality in animation. But I hope they can keep that ball rolling. You know, like I hope they're up to the task. And my favorite game, I haven't been playing games lately. Well, I guess like my favorite genre of game would have to be like the fighting games, such as Street Fighter and Tekken. And someday when I get a console again, or maybe get like some gaming peripherals for my laptop, I'll download Skullgirls since I did work on it. You know, sometimes people don't know that I was one of the animators on that project, but I didn't get to animate all too much, but I did animate a few moves for a couple of the characters. I got to animate a few moves for Misfortune and Parasol, and it was fun working on that project. And I wish I could have done more, but at the time, I was kind of like doing like a lot of animation work. I was working on Skullgirls, and I was also working on Ugly Americans, and got to work on like one of the episodes for Ugly Americans. Even though I'm not credited, I worked for a subcontractor of a subcontractor, but I got to work on the Kevin Spacey episode. Even though Kevin Spacey isn't like looked on in a positive light nowadays, like working on that episode and getting to work on some of his characters' lines or animate some of his characters' lines and stuff, it was pretty cool at the time. Any Ryuji's asking like any plans on drawing Tatsumaki, the One Punch Man Loli character? It hasn't been suggested yet, but watching the anime, like I've had thoughts of like drawing nudes of her, not not nudes, lewds, slip of the tongue. I'd rule 34 that. I'd rule 34 the hell out of that. Oh shoot! I should make that a T-shirt. I wonder if that's a T-shirt already. I'd rule 34 that. Shit, I better get on top of that. You know, someone's already punching it up right now as we speak. I might design that T-shirt tonight. Just make it really simple text too. No need to go overboard. Just to make sure that the concept is there, that people would be willing to pay money for that. But the idea is so good, I'm sure it's already out there. That happens to me a lot. Like I come up with an idea for a T-shirt, and I think it's like funny and hilarious and original, and then when I do like a search for it, it's like, oh, it's already there. Somebody already thought of it. But sometimes, like I find like my ideas are original enough that no one's the product or idea isn't out there yet, and I keep mulling it over and just I I'm sometimes I'm like stuck in a point where I can't work on it or express that idea or launch the idea. Like too busy with this, that, or the other, or just plain don't have the access to the materials or the programs necessary in order to initiate. And then before I know it, somebody comes up with the idea already. And just friggin', oh God, no. My idea got lost in the collective conscious ether and someone picked it up. I gotta stop transmitting my thoughts. Gotta get disconnected from the connected conscious human Wi-Fi. Collective conscious human Wi-Fi. But yeah, I guess to answer the question, like I don't have any solid plans to draw Tatsumaki anytime soon, because a lot of the art that I'm doing here, these are videos where I'm drawing the suggestions from my Patreon patrons, and I'm only taking requests and suggestions from my Patreon patrons at the moment. So if you want to make a suggestion or a request, you can become a Patreon patron of mine and find and then get access to the Patreon Discord server. And on the Discord server, you will find a suggestion text channel. And from there, you can post an image of the character that you want me to draw. But mind you, the list is very extensive. So it would take me a while to actually get to it. If anyone who's interested wanted to do that today, it's going to take me a while to finally get through that because I'm still working my way through that list. Whoa! Jessica Darkfire has entered the fray. A wild Jessica Darkfire has appeared. Jessica Darkfire says, "Draw my stuff, fight me, rawr." No, Jessica, I can't. No, don't hurt me. Long time no see, Jessica. Well, I guess like I haven't been active a lot lately due to like my current strife and turmoils and such. But even though my suggestion, even though my situation is still somewhat stressful and up in the air and unknown, like I'm feeling pretty good. Feels good, man. Feels good. Jessica Darkfire says, I've just been busy and working a bunch. Aw, I'm glad you're feeling good. Yeah, me too. So, I guess if you've been pretty busy, I'm not sure if you're up to date on the whole situation. I'm not sure where you left off, but right now, I guess a whole good news, bad news scenario is good news is that I'm no longer officially being evicted, so that's not going to go on my record. So that's good. But the bad news is that my current apartment, the one I've been living at for a while, it's shifting ownership, and the new owners have requested a vacant apartment, and the most likely because they want to use the apartment for personal use. So at the end of this month, I gotta move out, and I see myself moving or just living in a Motel 6 for a while because there are some things I got to work on before I can actually get a lease for a new apartment. Because I tried um, looking for like a new apartment. I've gotten um, shut down for a couple of reasons. Like one, criminal record, of course, and two, bad credit score. And right now, I am just right below the line for like an acceptable credit score for some of these apartments. So I got to work on building my credit back up, and that's going to take some time. But in order to do so, I was approved for. I applied for like a really basic credit card from my Bank of America, and depending on how well I do with payments, like all depending on me, like I can get my credit approved and get approved for the credit card that I was originally going for, because I was trying to go for like a pretty basic credit card with cashback values and all that stuff, but my credit score and my annual income was too low, so they got me like one credit card below that, and it's just like a very stripped down basic credit card. But good news is that if I'm good with that, like I can improve my credit and graduate to the credit card that I was originally applying for within a matter of 4 months to a year. So yeah, it's going to take some time. So in the meantime, like I'm pretty sure something will come along, I don't doubt I'll have to stay in a Motel 6 for an undetermined amount of time, but I'm pretty sure like a living situation will come by to where I can just stay for a while and build my credit. But who knows? Maybe my the approval for me to move back to the res will come on down, and just I'll get to move back with my family, and that would be a plus also. So yeah, things are stressful, but just got to stay positive because I did hit like a depressive slump for a little while back several weeks ago. So unmotivated and everything, but getting back to it, getting back in the saddle. Uh, Jessica Darkfire is saying, any requirements to what side of town you want to be on? I'd like to be in the central area if possible, but at the moment, I'll probably have to take just about anything because beggars can't be choosers, right? uh, so I'm getting to the point where it's like I can't choose where I need to be anymore. It's like I gotta I gotta find a place soon, or take like an available offer that comes by. I've also thought about like asking Concept Sama if he wants to rent an apartment with me. That way there'd be like kind of like a co-signer situation. And I know I can cover my side of rent, but at the same time, Concept Sama, he lives with his family and like he lives with his siblings and his mom, and I guess he helps support them as well. So I can't ask him to step away from that. That thought had crossed my mind, but it's like I can't put that on him. Like he's got to be there for his family and his mom. Hiccup. Just a good dark person. I'm in the same situation at the moment. Live with folks, but I don't support them financially. I've been thinking about moving out. My job is just near Boulder City, lol. Boulder City. Wow, that's way over there. Hey Jessica, do you want to get an apartment together? It'd have to be like 2 bedroom, or it could be 1 bedroom and I'll sleep on the couch. And it's like it's only like you and Concept Sound. You guys are the only people I know here. Wow, you're trying to figure that out right now? Huh. Well, if you want to get an apartment together, I'd be down, but don't want to stress it. Like something will eventually come by. Yeah, I use Discord. I guess I can message you my Discord on for Affinity. Yeah, I'll find you on for Affinity and send you my Discord, and guess we can discuss it. Cool. This might be the solution that I was possibly waiting for. I don't know. Well, I guess we can go over a lot of the details and stuff if you're interested. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. Oh, mama. Oh, shoot. I gotta look up that song again. I can't remember how it goes. I should probably do some karaoke tonight. I say again because it has been a while. Several weeks, in fact. Oh, what time is it? Oh, shoot. It's been over an hour and 30 minutes. I better finish this inking because my mom's expecting me to call after I'm done with this stream. Here I am just chatting along as if I have nothing else planned tonight, but I'm supposed to be calling my mom. Oh, to those who just joined, my mom's currently in the hospital awaiting surgery for her hip. Yeah, she's doing okay right now. Like she's medicated and everything, but I guess she was feeling a lot of pain earlier this week, so they took her to the hospital, had her checked out, and I guess she had scheduled surgeries for her shoulder, her spine, and her hip, and I think it was all in that order. But then when they took her to the hospital and they looked at her and just like, oh wow, your hip is just worn out. We got to do surgery right away. So they bumped up her hip surgery, and now she's in the Salt Lake Hospital, and she's going to have surgery tomorrow morning. Christina Petrov says, any good documentaries you recommend? I need something to watch today. Oh, call her. She needs it. Yes, I will call her. Documentaries. There's one I've been wanting to watch, but I haven't been able to check it out yet. Mostly because, like, I guess last time I checked, it was like about $15 to purchase to watch it on Amazon or something. But it's a documentary on Skinwalker Ranch. But YouTube has a lot of like documentaries on Skinwalker Ranch already. But this one is like pretty much the most definitive documentary on the subject of Skinwalker Ranch because it releases all the scientific findings and footage and videos that they've like observed over the years, and they've been pretty hush hush about it for like the last several years because for the most part all the strange events that occur on Skinwalker Ranch, they wanted to get like a very definite um, answer for all the strange going ons there, but they haven't been able to find anything. And I haven't seen the documentary yet, but I've been wanting to watch it because it looks freaking freaky. And if you watch some of the other documentaries available on YouTube of like firsthand accounts and things of that nature, um, some of the stories are freaking wild. Anyway, I think I might be. Oh wait, I forgot to ink this hand here. Just one last detail, just maybe a few more details. But yeah, check out any documentary on Skinwalker Ranch. It's pretty interesting. Okay, there we go. All inked and everything. And let's see. For the most part, it's pretty good. Like, I'll probably make some adjustments here and there before I post it on my Patreon. I still have yet to make adjustments to the previous one. So I'll make the red line adjustments and then draw over the red lines and everything. and post it to my Patreon. And this file will be free for download once it's up on my Patreon page. So yeah, check it out. And cool. Jessica Darkfire says, yeah, sweet, awesome. And yeah, if you want to support the creation of more videos and artwork from me, visit my Patreon page. And I got a lot of links in the description section below to a lot of my art websites, DeviantArt, Furfinity, Ink Bunny, my own personal blog, Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only .blogspot.com. There's a lot of free artwork on all of those websites. And keep in mind, a lot of the free artwork that you see there, the higher resolution versions are available to my Patreon patrons. So if you want to become a Patreon patron and get access to all those high resolution downloads, as well as Photoshop files, animation files, After Effects files, things, other files that I work in, then consider clicking that Become a Patron button. And if Patreon is not your thing, I also have a GoFundMe account. So if you want to still fund the creation of more artwork and videos such as this, then drop me a few bucks on my GoFundMe. That link is also located in the description section below. And Roberto Calderon has just joined the chat. He just joined to say it was fun. So thank you, Roberto. Glad to see you. Just glad to know that you're enjoying the video. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell because I'm making videos on a weekly basis. And until the next stream, I shall... Oh, wait, hold on. First, I want to show my appreciation for all those who participated in the chat. It's always fun interacting with all you people. So thanks to my little brother, Dylan Lansing, for popping in. Rui Hashino, who's just here constantly, is just one amazing lady who's like supported me and like one of my biggest clients at the moment. My baby sister, Rihanna Lansing, and Sans the Skeleton, who is a new subscriber and just popped into the chat to say hello. And yeah, I guess he's a fan of Undertale. Skullhead, thanks for popping in. Ryuji, Christina Petrov, thanks for popping up. Cal Larkin was popped in for a guest appearance. Woo, yeah, Cal Larkin. And Jessica Darkfire has come back after a long hiatus. So glad to see you're back, Jessica. And I'll be messaging you on Furfinity here pretty soon. Probably during when I'm calling my mom. But anyway, I'll send you a link to my Discord, and we can talk more details later. And let's see. And thanks to Roberto Calderon for just admitting his enjoyment of the of the video. So yeah. So until next stream, I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.